Hello everybody, welcome to Elite Wine TV. I'm your host Mark Fusco. Welcome to another episode. Alright, we're on to the next 50 episodes. Episode 51 starting today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching the first 50. Now we're on to the next half of the first 100. Alright, so what do we got today? We have my good friend Frank Batchelor sent me some wines here. I got 6 wines overall from him, and some of these are wines that we did at the tasting at Cine Club Cafe. So the first one I'm going to do is the Conde de Vel Sauvignon Blanc 2008 from Chile. It's from the Aconcaqua. In my head I can pronounce it. Isn't that strange? The Aconcaqua. Man, it'll be in the notes below. Valley of Chile. It's Sauvignon Blanc, and in this valley, not the northern, but the upper part of the valley is known for having the bold reds. So you have your Cabernet Sauvignons, your Merlots, stuff like that, Syrah. When you get to closer to the coast, that's when you're going to have things like Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Noir. And it's the valleys. There's a big mountain, okay, where the valley is. This is between the Andes and the Pacific, and the mountain of the same name is like 22,000 feet. It's like the highest mountain outside of Asia, I think is what I saw. And there's also a river that runs through the valley with the same name. So we had this, and I really liked it. So let's try it now, kind of a more controlled setting and all that. It's also at room temperature, which I know most white wine people are going to cringe that I'm tasting something at room temperature, but you know, that reveals everything. So I'm getting some good citrus on it, which I really like, and I would say kind of lemony lime citrus. You're not getting, far as like outside of France, you get like, well, the typical New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. You can get that grassy and cat pea type of nose. I don't get that at all. Maybe even some tropical fruit too now. Now that's opened up a little bit more. So yeah, now let's go and check it out. So again, I'm getting some good acid, getting the tropical fruit and the citrus, and some good acid. It's not super focused on the acid, but it's nice. It's fairly tight, I would say. You're getting kind of that lemony flavor to it. Like I said, the citrus, like really the tart citrus, lemony. I don't get as much as the tropical fruit on it, and you know, the finish is good. It's not super long, but it doesn't like disappear immediately. I still can kind of taste it. So overall, it's a good wine. I don't know as far as retail if it's available anywhere in the San Antonio area retail-wise, or if it's available in your area. But in the research I did, it retails anywhere between $6 and $9 a bottle, which is about right. It's you know, it's a good solid wine. It's in restaurants, so this is a good wine to have at a restaurant that you want. Sauvignon Blanc, that's probably going to run you, I'm going to say it's going to run you between $5 and say $7 a glass. That's typically what the pricing would be on it. And it's a good solid wine. It'll go with a lot of food. I think it's well made. I didn't. I give you a rating. So I say it's an 86. It's right in there. It's a good wine, and I mean, especially for the $6 to $9 range for a bottle at retail. Totally would buy it again, or would buy it at a restaurant. I would definitely gravitate towards this kind of Sauvignon Blanc. I mean, I like Sauvignon Blanc in general. I like the clean, fresh taste of it. And that's what it's got. It's got, you know, it's clean. It's got some freshness to it. It's got some good acid, and it's got that citrusy lemon flavor. Definitely pair it well with some lighter meats like, you know, chicken and pork. Maybe even, wouldn't really put it with any duck because that's kind of going a little too far. But, you know, chicken, maybe some veal, depending on the sauce. Like there's a restaurant locally that like to get a veal dish from them, but you get like a veal piccata, you know, or a veal. They have a veal Christina, outstanding by the way. So you can have that. I'd even have it maybe with saltimbocca. I haven't had a good veal saltimbocca in a while. I was one of the restaurants I used to go to in Chicago had it all the time. So let's talk about the area a little bit. Like I said, the valley. The lower part of the valley, they do the lighter grapes, you know, the Sauvignon Blancs and Pinot Noirs. The upper part, they do the heavier reds. Vines were first brought to the Chile area by the Spaniards in the 16th century. And they had, you know, a few varietals there, but what really took off for them was the French varietals that were brought in the 18th century. One significant thing about Chile is they've never suffered from the phylloxera mite, from the what happened in France and Europe. So their vines are the original rootstock, and they didn't have to get grafted from American rootstock. So they didn't suffer from the phylloxera louse, the mite. And then what else? I've already covered all that stuff. Yeah. Another quick fact is that Chile is, I think, the 4th largest exporter to the U.S. in wine. You know, so we get a decent amount of wine from Chile. It's a great value play. You can get some good wine for good value. All right, so a little housekeeping. First of all, like I said, I'm working on some stuff for the future for the podcast. Make sure you're clicking the links, you know, to friend me up, and make sure that you got the donate buttons and all that. Another thing for you, the few of you that watch off of the podcast, which is served by blip.tv, or you're getting the blip.tv player through whatever website or webpage that's subscribing to it. Sometime over this weekend, I'm going to be moving the iTunes feed to Vidler. Now, Vidler is the service that I use to host the website on the webpage. iGoSA also gets my player. Well, they actually get the player from my webpage, but the same player from Vidler. So Vidler is going to become my one-stop shop for that, because that way I don't have to upload my stuff to 2 different places. I'm still going to be uploading to YouTube, and that's going to be one of those things where I upload every few days, upload a bunch to YouTube. YouTube is not my primary source for everything. It's just that YouTube's got a lot of eyeballs, so you might as well put your stuff on there. But I still have episodes that are a little bit longer than that 10 and a half, 11-minute actual time limit that YouTube has. So you won't see everything on YouTube, even though all the videos are uploaded to their servers. So we got that. Today's article will be in iGoSA. Got to send that off to them. But remember, every Wednesday I have an article on igosa.com, igosa.com. So read that. And as always, leave me your comments, send me your emails. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. We got some more wines coming from WD3 and Frank Batchelor. Got a few more of the Conde de Velasquez. And then we got the Campus Oaks Old Vine Zinfandel coming up soon. Probably the next few episodes will be all those wines, so I can highlight that stuff. And again, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you again next time.